We have just turned onto the Marrakai track, literally about 50 k's south of Darwin, and we're going to explore this track and see if we can find some spots around the Adelaide River for a bit of fishing and maybe even camping. We don't know yet. And just having a look at the old Hema. So we're going to use this to navigate, and you can see the blue dot where we are, and we're going to be trying to head in towards this sort of area around the river. Give it a crack, eh? Track, we found our first little turn off that appears to go towards the river, so do a bit of exploring and see where it takes us. Yeah, we're just driving along the Adelaide River now. Yeah, obviously lots of water in the river, but haven't been able to find a clearing or any real access yet. So I'm 100% sure where this road ends up, I'm going to guess back near Acacia. So just exploring at the moment. Absolutely pleasantly surprised with what we found here on the Adelaide River. We've found an ideal looking campsite, albeit very close to the water, but because we've got the rooftop tent, the croc risk is diminished quite a bit. And we've got this awesome access to the water. So this is the Adelaide River, and it's quite a large billabong on the Adelaide River. We can flick some lures around here. We're going to put a few cherubim pots in, see what we can get. And there's this nice little low bank that we can use as a platform for fishing. I've already got one trap in. There. Lots of snags around, which is good for cherubim and barramundi. Pretty hot and sweaty is the only downside, but that's the reality of Northern Australia at the beginning of build up, and that's just looking back towards our camp. And that's M throwing shit around the campsite. Hasn't jumped out of the water yet. Oh no! Big caddy. The huge caddy. It was a shark, actually. Came off. Did you get that?
I think so. Not sure. I was just moving.
You busted me off.
I was looking for crocs.
Shark.
A shark. Okay.
So here we are at camp in the evening. Probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And we're stoked with this camp on the Adelaide River. I've been sort of looking at the maps around here for a while and eventually came across, well, we had the opportunity today. I didn't feel like going too far from Darwin, and this is where we've ended up, on the Adelaide River. We've just started the fire, getting it ready so we can cook our dinner on the hot plate. camp, pretty simple setup with the rooftop tent. Am enjoying her first drink. And for fishing, we're pretty well set up. So we've got a few live bait that I actually caught on the fishing rod. They're all archer fish, so they're not ideal bait. And there's one cherubin in there. Picked up one cherubin in the cherubin pot and chook pellets. And then down here, picked up a few live bait with the cast net. Got a few rods which I'm flicking around now. A few lures. And there's the live bait with the beer can on arm. So at the moment we've got a fairly large stripey on a line out there somewhere. And yeah, it's quite an attractive river. Reminds me a lot of the Lower Rd, to be honest. Very similar feel. Whoa, we are on here. Let's see. I'm going to get Em to come and grab the camera. I'll go get some flyers.
It's shuffling its way back down to the water. So I foiled his plans by stepping on them.
Don't let him take the hand,
Yeah, I'm stood on it.
Strong as fuck. Alrighty. It's another shark. You've got to be careful with how you handle these, obviously, but this seems to be a shark spot. Well, this weekend, the last couple of days it has been. So he's about, what do you reckon? Close to a metre. About a metre long.
Yeah. Solid.
He's very, and they've got a lot of power, these things. So they don't jump out of the air, but we need to get him back in the water.
He knew what to do to shimmy back into the water.
Off he goes. So we've had a pretty nice dinner, which was lamb chops and beef belly stoops. What were your thoughts on those, Em?
Very nice.
Very nice. And then in amongst all that, we've had some excitement. So we had 2 runs on the handler, and one of them was a barramundi because we saw it jump. It was dark. He spat the bait in the end. So we've lost one barramundi. We've got the live bait back in the water, and hoping for a bit more luck. The tide is right out at the moment, it's really low, so the water level has dropped about sort of 30-40% since we've been here. Caught a shark a bit earlier on. It's a good spot. So not the target species, but he's taken a pretty big mullet, so that's a shark, all right. There's quite a few of them in there. There we go. Nice little shark, but time for him to go back in, I think. The start of the evening on day 2 at Adelaide River camp, and we only caught some sharks today. We caught a decent sized shark, as you saw, and now we're just cooking up some steak and mushrooms, and that reminds me I better turn those over, or I can grab a plate. Because they're just about ready to rest for their first cycle. Yeah, so found plenty of bait fish, which was the archer fish, and we were just catching those on light gear and putting them in as live bait, and definitely getting lots of runs, but they all seem to be sharks. So let's see if we have any more luck tonight. I'll just rest for a minute now. Well, it's even bigger than the last one. It's about 1.15 m. So we're going to get him in. He's not real happy, which you can understand. So get him back in the water.
I'm not going to come any further because I'm going to slip over.
Jim's standing next to a termite mound, which is almost twice as tall as her. And then there's quite a few, there's an even bigger one out that way.